My dear students, in this video I am going to introduce a new concept, that is vector product or cross product of two vectors. In our previous videos we have seen the scalar product or dot product of two vectors. Now the second product is vector product. It's also called cross product. Vector product or cross product of two vectors is defined by, this product is defined by, vector product is defined by the two vectors A and B is A cross B. Vector product of two vectors is defined by A cross B equal to modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector into sine of the angle between the vector and n cap. So A cross B equal to mod A into mod B into sin theta into n cap. Whereas dot product of two vectors A dot B, you know, mod A vector into mod B vector into cosine of the angle between vector. That is cos theta. This is A dot B. This vector is called a scalar product or dot product. This vector product, the scalar product, gives the scalar quantity only. That's why it is called a scalar product. Now, vector product of two vectors A and B is defined by A cross B is mod A into mod B into sin theta into n cap. What is n cap? Say this is vector A. OA acting, vector A acting on OA, and OB, B vector is acting along the direction of vector OB, and theta is the angle between the vectors A and B. It should be measured in the anti-clockwise direction. A cross B, A is mod A into mod B into sin theta. Angle between the two vectors A and B is theta, that is sine of the value of theta. N cap is a unit vector acting perpendicular to both A and B. So it should be in the direction of the pen. It should be n cap is in the direction of this pen. This pen direction is the perpendicular direction of two vectors A and B. So the n cap is acting outward of the board. It is in this direction. It cannot be drawn in the two dimensions. Therefore, I can draw it like that only. In this direction, n cap is acted. N cap is a unit vector. And like that, a right-handed thumb rule. So it is like that. What is that? This is A and this is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. This right-handed thumb rule. In this direction, this is one vector and this is x, y, z, like that. And in that direction, n cap is acted, and that is a unit vector. So A cross B is mod A mod B into sin theta into n cap is the definition for the cross product of two vectors A and B. Theta is the angle between the vectors A and B. From this idea, some observations are there. Observations. One, A cross B is a vector quantity. A cross B is a vector quantity. Vector. It gives only a vector quantity. Okay. That's our observation. That's why it is called vector product. This A cross B gives you vector quantity. That's why it is called vector product or cross product. And symbol, cross symbol we are using. The second one is if A cross B equal to 0 vector, I mean if A cross B is 0, in this case either A vector is 0 or B vector is 0 and or theta is 0. A and B are acting along in the same direction. Theta is 0, sorry. Theta is not. Angle theta is 0. In this case, if A cross B is 0, either A vector is 0 or B vector is 0 or theta is 0. Theta 0 means A and B acting along in the same line or they are parallel. If A cross B equal to 0 vector, if and only if and only if A is parallel to B vector or A and B are collinear. These two cases. If A and B, A cross B is 0 vector, then A vector is parallel to B vector or A and B are collinear, acting along the same line, collinear means. So it can be expressed as if A cross B equal to 0 vector, it is a vector quantity, that's why I am writing 0 vector. If and only if, the symbol indicates if and only if A is parallel to B or A and B are collinear. You can write like this: if A and B are parallel, then A cross B is 0. If A cross B is 0, then A and B are parallel. Like that we have to understand. If and only if means that. Two-way implied. Next one. If A cross A equal to 0, A cross A, not if A cross A, same vector, A and A, same vector taking cross is a single vector, there is no theta. In this case, theta is 0, therefore A cross A is 0. 0 vector I mean. Fourth one. Angle between the two vectors A and B. Angle between the two vectors A and B, theta. Further, before finding that, what is A cross B? I want to erase here and then further, the fourth observation is I am going to write here. Angle between the vectors, A and B, that is theta. Angle between the vectors A and B is theta. You have to how to find the theta. You know A cross B equal to modulus of vector A and modulus of vector B into sin theta into n cap. N cap is the unit vector acting perpendicular to both A and B. Acting the direction of A and B, perpendicular to vectors A and B. Taking magnitude of A cross B on both sides, mod of A is mod A, mod of B is also mod B, mod of sin theta, you can write it as sin theta only because angle, and this is mod of n cap. If you take modulus, magnitude of mod of A cross B is magnitude of A cross B is magnitude of A is mod A, mod of B is mod B itself, sin theta is angle, sin value of an angle is a magnitude, it's also sin theta itself, and magnitude of n cap. But magnitude of n cap is 1, you know, because n is the unit vector. N is the unit vector, therefore magnitude of n cap is 1. Therefore it's become mod A into mod B into sin theta 1. In the left hand side you have mod of A cross. From the sin theta we can determine sin theta equal to, you bring this mod A mod B to the left hand side, it becomes mod of A cross B by modulus of A into modulus of B. This is sin theta. From this, theta can be expressed as sin inverse of theta equal to sin inverse of mod of A cross B by mod A into mod B. This is the formula for finding the angle between the vectors A. Sin theta equal to mod of A cross B by mod A mod B, or sin inverse of mod of A cross B by mod A into mod B. Theta. Suppose theta is 90 degree, sin 91. In this case, if A and B are perpendicular, in this case theta is 90 degree, pi by 2. What is sin 90? Sin pi by 2 is equal to 1. Therefore, this is, if theta is pi by 2, it is 1. Therefore, mod of A cross B, mod of A cross B equal to mod of A into mod of B. If theta is 90 degree, this is the result. Mod of A cross B is mod A into mod B. Because it is 1, left hand side becomes 1, you cross multiplying that, mod of A cross B is mod A into mod B. That is the condition for angle between the, it is a particular case, if theta is 90 degree, A and B are perpendicular, mod of A cross B is mod A into mod B. It's a particular case, but generally angle between the two vectors is, this is the formula, sin theta equal to mod of A cross B by mod A into mod B. Okay, and now the unit vector. Next observation is, what is the unit vector? How to find out the unit vector? N cap. How to find out the unit vector? Fifth observation is unit vector n cap. How to find the unit vector n cap? Unit vector n cap is equal to, this is a formula, you bring this n cap only, you keep that right hand side, it becomes n cap equal to mod of A cross B by mod A into mod B into sin theta. Mod of A cross B is mod A mod B into sin theta is n cap. But you know, mod of A cross B is this is numerator is sin n cap is A cross B is in the numerator. A cross B by mod A mod B sin theta. Not mod of A cross B, sorry. This is A cross B by. You keep n cap in the right hand side itself, this term becomes the left hand side, it becomes A cross B by mod A mod B sin theta. This is n cap. But you know, mod of A cross B, I already told you, this is mod A into mod B into sin theta into mod of n cap is 1, you know, this is mod of A cross B. Already in the previous steps I told you this is mod of A cross B is mod A mod B sin theta into mod of n cap, that is 1. Therefore, you just write mod A mod B sin theta is what? Mod of A cross B. Therefore, this step can be replaced by A cross B by mod of A cross B. This is unit vector n cap. Formula for unit vector n cap is mod of A cross B by mod of A cross B. This is n cap. It can be expressed in plus or minus sign. Plus or minus, because this n cap is going upward or downward, outward and inward. See, it is in the both way direction, perpendicular to n cap is the unit vector perpendicular to both A and B in the outward direction or inward direction, or upward or downward. N cap acting upward or downward. Therefore, both are perpendicular to A and B. If it is upward, plus n cap. If it is downward, it is minus n cap. Therefore, the sum unit vector n cap can be determined by two directions. Therefore, plus or minus A cross B by mod of A cross B. So this is the formula for n cap. Okay. Next, cross product of I, J, K unit vectors. That is very important. Mutually perpendicular unit vectors I, J, K. Cross product. Sorry. Next, sixth one. Cross product of mutually perpendicular, cross product of mutually perpendicular unit vectors I, J and K. Dot product of mutually perpendicular unit vectors I, J and K. You know, I, J, K vectors are acting in the coordinate axis OX, OY, OZ respectively. They are mutually perpendicular. I vector, J along OY and K along OZ. They are mutually perpendicular. I perpendicular to J perpendicular to K perpendicular to I, and it should be taking crossing in the direction of anti-clockwise always. So you know this cross product of mutually perpendicular unit vectors. First I cross I. I just told you I cross I, same vector cross is 0 vector. A cross A is 0 because theta is 0. There is no angle between the same vector. I cross I, there is no theta. Theta is 0, therefore I cross I is 0. Similarly, J cross J is equal to 0 and K cross K is also 0. So, same vector I cross I 0, J cross J 0, K cross K 0. Vector, 0 vector. Whereas in the case of dot product, I dot I1, J dot J1, K dot K1, the rest of the vectors, the alternate dot product vectors of dot product is 0. So dot product of perpendicular vectors is 0, therefore I dot J 0, J dot K 0, K dot I 0 we have seen already in the previous video. Same vector dot I dot I, J dot J, K dot K are 1 you know. Whereas in the case of cross product, they are 0 vectors. That is the difference mainly you have to understand. Next, I cross J. I cross J equal to, by definition, mod of phi into modulus of J into angle between I and J. I and J is sin 90. Because they are perpendicular. Into n cap, unit vector acting along both I and J. The unit vector acting perpendicular to both I and J is K. Therefore, this is not n cap, this is K cap. The K vector is perpendicular to both I and J. So, I cross J is mod of I1, mod of J1, sin 91, K cap only you have. Sin 90 is also 1. Therefore, I cross J is K. I cross J is K. Similarly, J cross K I cross j, k, j cross k, I. Similarly, k cross I, cyclically, anti-clockwise direction. K cross I, j. This is our idea. I cross j, k, j cross k, I, k cross I, j. The reverse, this implies j cross I, j cross I. In the reverse direction, it is minus k. N cap, I told you, plus n cap, minus n cap. Opposite, minus k. Minus k cap. J cross I is minus k. Similarly, k cross j. K cross j minus I cap. And I cross k. I cross k is minus j. So you have to remember, in the dot product, alternate vectors are 0, same vectors are 1. Whereas in the cross product, same vectors cross product is 0, and other vector cross product is cyclically you consider they are positive vectors, and anti-clockwise direction, clockwise direction, they are negative vectors. That's all about the cross product of mutually perpendicular unit vectors. Okay, I am going to stop here and I will continue the rest of things in the next video.